everyone, DSP here, and welcome to the weekend preview for September 19th, 2011. An eventful week coming up because of a couple major releases and some other things that will be completed over the course of this coming week. But first, as always, let's recap what exactly I did in the past week, and then we can talk about what's coming up in the future, okay? So this past week, really primarily my focus for this past week was to try to tie up some leftover games, which I had left over from the week before. If you remember, the week before this past week, 6 retail releases had come out, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to get through all of them. So this past week, I played a lot of the games that I didn't have an opportunity to play that week before. So for example, on Monday I played Driver San Francisco, beat the entire campaign in one day, and also played the online play a little bit on Tuesday and reviewed that game in a Hateful Truth video game review. If you haven't belched, oh my god, if you haven't belched, check that. If you haven't seen it, I actually said it again, check that out. It is up on DSPGaming, and actually, surprisingly, Driver San Francisco, one of my favorite games of the year so far. I had no idea it was going to be as good as it was, and it totally took me by surprise, came out of left field, and I really think that you should, if you haven't yet, or if you didn't even consider playing that game, take a look at the playthrough, and definitely watch the Hateful Truth review. You're probably going to be pleasantly surprised, okay? So, then I started playing Disgaea 4, and Disgaea 4 I knew from all reports was going to be a long game. I knew it was going to be a game similar to Final Fantasy Tactics, and it was going to be a game that required some grinding. I didn't know it was going to be this long. Like, this game, I've been playing it, I played it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for something like at least 6 hours a day, and I'm still not done. I still have 2 chapters or episodes to go to beat it, and it's just insanely long, okay? And the thing is, that's just the regular campaign. After you beat the campaign, you unlock a new post-game campaign with additional story and stuff like that I know I'm not going to have any time to get to because it's the hardcore gaming season. There's too much stuff coming out. So that game is so freaking long. I think that some people who watch the playthrough, it's not their cup of tea, okay? A JRPG with quirky anime style, you know, plot and animation and complex gameplay, which the game does have very complex gameplay. It basically is Final Fantasy Tactics on steroids, okay? Super, super complex. Some people like it, some people don't. It's going to be a love or hate thing. But I think a lot of people have watched the playthrough up to this point and said, wow, I didn't know this is what the game was like. I really like this game. So I played it. I still haven't beaten it. Like I said, I played it for 4 days straight, and I've grinded for 4 days. Every single day that I've played this game, after I finished playing at night, I grinded for something like 3 to 4 hours, if not more, to try to level up my characters and make the next day's gameplay all that much easier. So that's pretty much the meat of what I did over this past week. But also, on Saturday, John Rambo came over, and we filmed a new episode of Smart Guys, which is up on his channel, John Rambo Presents, and we also started our co-op playthrough of Rise of Nightmares. And the reason we did it co-op rather than me just doing it myself is the game is very physical intensive. You have to be standing the entire time you play it. It is a Kinect motion control game where you have to be swinging your arms and holding your arms up and jumping and running, and it tires you out. And being that I have a back injury, I knew I wasn't going to be able to play that game by myself. And so when John came over, we said, this is the perfect opportunity. We'll alternate while we play it. He can play for 10 minutes, then I'll play for 10 minutes, and so on and so forth, so we won't get so tired. Even then, after playing the game for about 2.5 to 3 hours, we were physically sore from fucking playing this game. So I think that speaks a testament to all these, you know, Microsoft and all these companies saying, oh, we're going to develop hardcore games for the Kinect. You can't. You can't do motion controls for hours on end. You get sore and it hurts. And no one wants to hurt after playing a fucking video game. That's not the point of video games. So anyway, we got about halfway through Rise of Nightmares, and I did picture-in-picture, meaning I filmed us doing our motions, and I video edited that on top of the footage of the game. It took a while, but I think it's worth it. It's funny, and it speaks for itself. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. And we will be continuing that this week, but I'll talk about that when I talk about this upcoming week. And then on Sunday, yesterday, I went to another Gaming Etc. tournament. It's called the New Challengers Tournament Series, and I did commentary on a live stream of this fighting game tournament the entire day. So if you want to check that out, you can see the archives at Twitch TV or twitch.tv/don'tblowthis. Or I believe they're going to be splitting up that feed and separating it into matches to upload that that stream to YouTube. So that'll be coming up later on. Okay, so that was this past week. What's coming up this week that you can look forward to? A lot of stuff. First of all, today I have to beat this Gaia 4. And like I said, there's 2 episodes left. I grinded last night. My guys have leveled up significantly yet again. And I think today it's going to be pretty easy to wrap it up. Really, what's taking so long with the game isn't necessarily the gameplay. It's the plot. The plot and the story elements of it are drawn out to the extent that it seems like you're watching one of those animes that just is just so long-winded, you know what I mean? And it's so over-dramatic, and it takes forever to get anything done. And I understand that's the style they're going for in the game, but it ends up taking forever to get through it. So even though there's only 2 episodes left for me to beat today in the single-player story campaign, I don't know how long that's going to take me, but I have to beat it today because there's so much more coming up this week. So look forward to that today, plus the Hateful Truth review of this Gaia 4, okay? Tomorrow, huge event, absolutely huge. Gears of War 3 launches, and John Rambo and I have decided we're going to do a full co-op playthrough of the campaign of this game. We're only going to do 2-player co-op, and the reason is, you know, a lot of people said, gee, Phil, this is a 4-player co-op game. You did 4-player co-op for Dead Island 2 weeks ago. Why don't you do it for this game? The 4-player thing, it's a great idea, and it's really unique, but it's a bitch to set up. As we talked about when we did Dead Island, you know, not everyone has the same schedule. Not everyone has the ability to do this and just sit there for 8 hours at a time playing these games. Getting it set up over the internet can be a bitch with the disconnections and whatever that happen. So we decided, let's just do 2-player co-op, and we'll go through the game that way. So 2-player co-op of the campaign of Gears of War 3 will be coming up on Tuesday. Keep in mind, just like with Dead Island, since we have to play online, you know, it's not like a system link thing. We have to go online to connect to our Xbox Live accounts and then play the game cooperatively. That means we can't upload footage while we're playing. So you probably won't see footage of that campaign until late on Tuesday, if not early Wednesday. But you're going to see the whole campaign from start to finish. That's the good thing about it, okay? Then, the last and the final Fallout New Vegas DLC, Lonesome Road, comes out on Tuesday. Now, all this year, for these DLCs that have been coming out, I've been playing them on launch day. This will be the one exception because I think Gears is the more anticipated title this week, so we're going to do that first. I will be doing Lonesome Road as soon as we finish Gears, so probably you'll see footage of this on Wednesday. And this Lonesome Road DLC, finally, after a year this game's been out, is going to address the issue of the plot hole that was with Fallout New Vegas, that there was an original courier in the game who was carrying that casino token, which is the whole reason why you get almost murdered in New Vegas. And you get to find out who this courier was, why they basically refused the job and gave it to you, and all this backstory is going to be revealed that people have been waiting for an entire year to figure out what really happened. So, going to be a really hype DLC. I think I'm really excited to do it and looking forward to it. That'll be on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, Friday, it's going to be a combination of stuff. Personally, I have some personal things I need to take care of this week. And so I need to take a little bit of time off to get some stuff done. Now, I don't know when I'm going to do it. It could be Thursday, it could be Friday. But what this means is that I'm not going to be able to be putting out, 30 to 60 videos a day like I have been doing. But there will be footage every day. I just have to fit it in. And what I really want to do is play the online play of Gears of War 3. I think a lot of people are anticipating it. A lot of people loved my beta gameplay of Gears of War 3. And so I really want to delve into the online play and give it a fair shot and have fun with it. So I'm going to be doing that Thursday and Friday. Again, I'm not sure what day, I'm not sure how much each day, I'm not sure what game modes I'll be exploring each day, but I definitely want to do that for a couple days this week. And so you can expect that coming up later in the week. Then on Saturday, John Rambo said he will be coming again now. The reason he wants to come now, keep in mind, First of all, it's not an easy drive for him. He lives in New York. It's like a 2-hour drive each way for him, okay? And gas is very expensive right now. So for him, it's a trek to get here, okay? He already came down on Saturday. He came down on Sunday for the fighting game tournament, New Challengers. He's coming down on Tuesday to play Gears of War 3, and he says he wants to also come this Saturday. I wouldn't hold it against him if he decides against not coming on Saturday. But as of right now, he says that he will be coming. So if he comes, we're going to film another episode of Smart Guys. I think it's going to be an important one because the Night of Champions pay-per-view just happened. Also, Ring of Honor debuts their show this week. And we're both going to try to watch that and talk a little bit about that in our Smart Guys episode. So we'll be filming that, and then we're going to try to complete Rise of Nightmares on Saturday. So for those who are wondering, gee, why did you stop playing it? You have to understand, Rise of Nightmares, it's a Connect game. It's very tiring to play this game for an extended period of time. We played it for about 2.5 to 3 hours, and we said that's it for today. So this Saturday we're going to be continuing and hopefully beating the game, okay? And then Sunday, I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but I want to reiterate it to everyone. Sunday I'll be busy. Sunday I will be at a wedding. So I'm no footage on Sunday. I'm going to be busy all day. And then Monday coming up, I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I guess it's going to depend on how far I've gotten with the stuff that I played this week. Did I really flesh out the Gears of War 3 gameplay enough? How far did I get in certain things? And that will determine what I'm doing on Monday. But there will be some footage on Monday, okay? So that's it, but I do want to address a couple other quick things. YouTube is still bugged out. I talked about it in a video yesterday, but I just want to reiterate to everyone, YouTube is still fucked up. No one's videos are publishing properly, and what that means is when I upload a new video, when anyone uploads a new video, normally what would happen is if you're subscribed to that person, on your home page on YouTube, it should list all the new videos from all your subscriptions. This has not been working properly for 4 days now. Now, sometimes over the past couple of months this has happened. Videos don't publish and you don't see them. But now it's like the entire site of YouTube, the things aren't publishing. At least like 90% of the time. So no one's new videos are going to show up on your homepage. I know I already talked about this, but I have to keep saying it because people keep bringing it up. Phil, I didn't know. You have to, number one, either check the person's channel page. So if you want to see what's new on DSPGaming, just come to my channel. Or on your subscriptions page, it lists all the people you're subscribed to. If you click on the name of the person, it should list all of the new videos for that person. So you can't just sit back and be lazy, which I know a lot of people, it's supposed to work, right? Your subscription box is supposed to work, and so you rely on it to work. You don't think that you have to go out of your way to figure out what new videos have been uploaded. Unfortunately, YouTube is not a reliable website in that way. So you have to do a little bit of extra work. Either you can do a couple different things. You can either go to my website, thekingofhate.com, and remember the main page of that website usually updates with my newest videos within a couple hours. Or you can go to my channel page, DSPGaming, or you can go to your subscriptions box and click on my name, and then all the new videos will show up. So 3 different ways to see what new videos are out. Keep in mind, I put out new videos almost every day, so I don't really understand why people don't know that there's new videos. Like, you should expect that every day there's probably going to be a new batch of videos of some form. So check it out all this week. All that new footage is going to be going up on my channels. Don't rely on your subs box because it doesn't work. And there has been some minor downtime with my website, thekingofhate.com. Looks like the FTP server that our web host had us on was having some problems, so they migrated us over to a different server. So far, so good. Today I used it a little bit, and it seems perfectly fine. It's not slow loading anymore, and it seems like it's working a lot better. But if the website happens to end up being down, that's probably what happened. There's probably more site maintenance going on. So that's it for now. There's a lot of stuff coming up. Remember, I mentioned, coming up in the month of October, we've got New York Comic Con, where we will be there on the weekend, I believe. Now, of course, I don't have the date off the top of my head. It's either like October 16th or something like that, 17th. It's a Saturday. We'll be there, so be sure if you're interested in meeting us or just hanging out and going to a really cool convention, check out New York Comic Con. We will be there all day Saturday. And there's some other stuff in the works. We actually are working to attend MagFest, which is a music and games festival held in Maryland the first week of January 2012. And we've emailed them now to try to get some information regarding, we want to actually get a dealer table to possibly sell some stuff. If not, just to kind of meet and greet with the fans, have a place where we can be stationed and hang out during the entire event. But we're also looking to hold a panel there, because, you know, we wanted to hold a panel at Too Many Games. That didn't work out too well. Now I'm a lot more established than I was back in May. I'm really settled into what I'm doing on YouTube, and I think I could really have a lot of information for people who are interested in doing stuff on YouTube full-time on how to make it happen. So I think the panel would be a really interesting thing. And some other stuff I'd like to actually get listed on the magfest.org website as a guest, so that way people will know that I'm going there, rather than just watching my videos. Maybe other people who aren't, you know, they're not in the know about who I am could go to the MagFest website and say, oh, Darkside Phil, who's that? And then, you know, kind of find my stuff and be interested in maybe meeting me. So anyway, that's in the works. I emailed them the other day, and I'm waiting to hear back. Usually they respond within a couple weeks, and we'll see what happens with that, and I'll have more information on that as it develops. So, alright, a long weekend preview, I know, but a lot's going on. This is a hardcore gaming season. Again, every week there's going to be a lot of major releases coming up. This week's no exception. Next week is going to be no exception. The week after that's going to be no exception. It's really, we're buckling down now to play a lot of games till the end of the year. I'm excited because a lot of these games I'm really looking forward to. This week in particular, Gears of War 3 and Fallout New Vegas, the last DLC. It's going to be a great week for content. It's going to be a great week for gaming. So I'm excited and I can't wait to jump in. I hope you're just excited as I am. Alright, that's it for the weekend preview. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. And I'll see you for new video game playthroughs this week. Thanks.